I'm Lucretia. And in this video, you're going to see the first thing I did to start preparing this farm for what I am doing today. I began by putting old hay that I found in a barn out on the fields, which I thought would be a great idea. My intention was to help the soil, but I ended up learning the hard way. See how hazy the sun is? So I heard on the news last night, Canada is experiencing some fires, and we are getting some of the result of that with the hazy sun and hazy sky. Good morning. All right, so today I'm very excited. It's the last day for hay to be put on the field. I'm almost done. I think I have like 2 of these small loads left. So this started last fall, putting hay out because I want to add nutrients to the soil. I'm so grateful for the work I did last fall. It saved me a lot of time this spring. And yeah, so I've been using that little sled. It's actually a sled you pull behind a snowmobile for ice fishing. I just really wanted to keep the weight off this field as much as possible to try and rehab it from all the years of commercial farming. Don't get me wrong, we need commercial farmers. I appreciate commercial farmers. We love our soy lattes, we love corn tortillas. We need to have them, plus they're feeding our animals, so I understand why they do what they do. It's just kind of switching it up to be more suitable for what we're accomplishing with this project. And yeah, we're almost done. I'm so excited. So you can see the field, see all the hay that I've been putting out. Literally walked this entire 7 acres hauling that little sled, and then over there is where the campground will be. Very exciting. Thanks for being here, being part of this journey. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 loads. I thought I was further done than I was. Got a couple open spaces. I want to finish up with this hay, and I'm racing against the clock because we have rain coming, and I really want this done before it rains today. We need the rain, don't get me wrong. Really hope it does rain. I just really want this done before it rolls in. So gotta hurry and get this taken care of. This ended up being a long process. It started in the fall of 2022. This video was done in spring of 2023. So it was a long process, and I had good intentions. It was my way of starting with a restorative practice on the farm, giving the space a break from the heavy commercial equipment that had been getting used for years. And here's an example of some of the equipment that's been used on the farm. But that isn't the intention I'm bringing to this farm. I'm doing a more restorative practice that relates back to how my parents farmed and how my grandparents farmed. Now, there's nothing wrong with commercial farming. There's nothing wrong with using big, heavy equipment. And there's been studies done to try and help and improve the weight distribution on the soil as these heavy pieces of equipment come along for commercial farming. And as I state in this video, I have nothing against commercial farming. It has its place and it is necessary. It's official. All the hay is on the field. Ah! Oh, 7 acres. Does not sound like a lot until you get out there and walk the entire space putting out hay. Oh my gosh. I'm really hoping for rain. I felt a couple sprinkles. The wind has picked up. Clouds are moving in. I would love for it to rain. It would be fantastic. It is crazy how dry the soil is, but yeah, I have hope with this sky. So we will see. But look at this. All the hay. Got quite a bit out of that barn, which is good. It's great. The intention was to add organic material to the dirt, but I would later find out with a meeting with my farm advisor that even old hay can sprout seeds. Like I said, you learn the hard way. You make mistakes, that's how we grow. So what would I have done differently? I would have taken all that hay and just hauled it on over to the decomposing pile that I had started. It would have been a lot more beneficial in the long run. And I would have pursued compost and cow manure. But at that time, I still hadn't been able to track down enough cow manure I needed for the space. So, and you know, sometimes you just have to start. And you just learn from your mistakes, you adapt, and you move forward. And the reality is, weeds are going to happen no matter what. So whether I added that or not, I really believe it probably would not have made that big of a difference. And it was the first step I took on building up my farm. Was it perfect? No, but we all have to start somewhere. And in the next episode, you're going to see the old John Deere tractor that I used to drive as a kid that was out in the fields and helped me get started for planting my very first season. It's a special full circle moment for me because it's so wonderful to see that equipment, one, still running, which is a miracle and I'm grateful, but also to be able to have it out there in the fields like I did as a kid when I was growing up working on the farm. It's just, I don't know, there's just something really special about it. And that's coming up in the next video. Thanks for watching.